Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be taking a look at this new card called Snapdragon, and I think it's really got some potential to make, some really broken plays. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, it is a plant level 2 with the effect of, when this card is sent to the graveyard, banish one random card in your opponent's hand face up until the end phase. You can only use the effect of Snapdragon once per turn. So they try to make it so it wouldn't be broken by having the effect of, Snapdragon only be able to be used once per turn. However, I think that we can maybe find some combo or some setup that can actually make this really broken so we can keep on abusing it like every single turn. Now, I was looking at some cards that, allow you to mill that, are playable in a lot of different decks. Now, obviously, there's a lot of support for plants coming out, so who knows, maybe plants will be actually viable and someone will be able to figure out how we can make this card broken because, that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. We always figure out these, insane combos that, Konami doesn't see coming. Now, there are cards like Card Trooper and Raika where you can mill, or in a deck like Lightsworn, if you milled like multiples of these, that would be kind of cool, but the unfortunate part is you can only activate the effect of Snapdragon once per turn. And I was thinking, well, okay, if you're able to keep on getting the effect of Snapdragon, like once per turn, what you could technically do is, if you activate something like Burrow from the different dimension, you can get that banished monster and put it back to the graveyard. So basically, you'd be getting like a +1 if you want to think of it as that. Although you technically have to have Burrow, so it might be like a neutral. But unfortunately, since the Snapdragon's effect can only be activated once per turn, it really stops a lot of the ideas that I had with it. Otherwise, I would just say, just throw triple of these in Lightsworn, tech in a Burrow, and you could technically have this really conditional situation where you could technically just go like super plus and just basically go +3 or +2, depending on the way you look at it. But I was looking at this card over here. This is a Quacky Mirror card. No one really knows about the Quacky Mirrors, but this one is a Quacky Mirror that pretty much no one has really used. I mean, there is pretty much the Rock Stun variant of Quacky Mirrors, but this card's not bad at all. So basically what it comes down to is during each of your standby phases, you can send one level 3 or lower monster from your deck to your graveyard. And I was like, okay, every turn, if this thing survives, you can keep on sending a Snapdragon, so you can keep on banishing one card. Now, I was looking at the tips over in the wiki, and I didn't find any tips because no one really saw this card and really thought of how to use it. Because I want to try to make this card, viable. I like to figure out these strange combos. I mean, come on, Earthbound Immortal OTK, which is something interesting that I found. I think there's, with all of us looking at this card, we might be able to break this. So I was thinking maybe that there's some continuous spell or trap card that allows you to, get one of your opponent's banished monster and put it back to the deck like every turn. I just don't happen to know of that card. But if you guys happen to know any combos, I think we can make this card possibly viable. We just have to think of something that basically is a continuous effect that once per turn I can select a banished monster of my opponents and then put it back. Then I can abuse Quacky Mirror Gravity Rose and keep on sending one to the graveyard. So depending on what we can actually do, I think we can make this card kind of insane. But anyways, if you guys are wondering when this card is actually coming out, it's coming out in the V-Jump for the OCG, so who knows when we will actually get this card. It might not be for a long time, it might be tomorrow, who knows. But yeah, I think we can make this card broken if you can figure out some way to, like I said, once per turn, get one of your opponent's banished monsters and put it back to the deck or back to the graveyard or something like that, and we can really make Quacky Mirror Gravity Rose and Snapdragon some, kind of a cool combo, because I like figuring out these weird combos, like I said. But let me know if you guys have any suggestions for some type of weird combo or a way we can actually abuse Snapdragon to the point where it becomes meta. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Asian Eyes out.